I guess there are worse years to play Penn State. Apparently they have good defense but have to replace a lot of people on offense.
Yeah, I mean, they're always going to be good. You know, they're going to just reload. They've done a great job of recruiting. So they're always, obviously missing that quarterback that had started so many games. That'll hurt them a little bit. Number one's really a guy you got to worry about, both in the kicking game. He's a great kickoff returner, super fast, going to make plays. They get the ball in his hands. He's just a playmaker, and they kind of just reload at running back every year. Every year it seems like they have a great running back, but they'll be good up front. They're really fast at receiver, so they'll be good. They got a lot of guys back on defense. 99 will be one of the top defensive linemen in the country. Number 11 was a really high recruit that they got, that plays linebacker. He didn't start all the time last year, but super talented. Was a great special teams player. Number 6 is probably one of the better outside linebackers in the country. He doesn't get to play in the first half, though, at least. He got a targeting in the bowl game. So they got their middle linebacker back. 29's a good corner, also plays their nickel. 5 played a bunch of football for him at corner. And, they got 17 at safety. So they got a lot of guys back defensively. So it'll be a great challenge. It'll be a great atmosphere, one of the best stadiums to play in college football. So it's a great opportunity for our players, and we're going to go out there and be very excited about it and play our tails off.
They try and pride themselves on being like running back. I guess this is a good game to see where the defensive line's at, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, everybody. It'll kind of be everybody. All 11 guys got to fly to the ball, got to be willing tacklers. The first game of the year is always very important how well you tackle. We should tackle well. We tackle a lot in fall camp, so hopefully we'll do a good job flying to the ball. We got to get a lot of guys there. Number 1 gets the ball in his hands, we better get everybody flying to the ball because he's super fast and big-time playmaker. So it'll be a great opportunity for our guys to go out and see where they're at, judge themselves.
How do you replace Christian in this game?
We'll have a couple different packages. We'll have a nickel package where we play guys there. Robert Miller will play there some, but probably starting out it'll be more in a nickel package.
How important is getting to the quarterback with Trace McSorley no longer there, just to maybe try and rattle him again?
Yeah, I think anytime it's a quarterback's first game starting, that's real important. It'll be his first game being a starter, so anytime you can get pressure on him and mix some things up and get after him, that's always real important.
Christian Nash getting named a starter, I guess what kind of prompted that in length, or is he just, I guess how does he look?
I think they're all still battling. They're all still battling. So, both the other corners are also going to play nickel. Both Cedric and Jalen are both going to play nickel and corner. So I think when it comes right down to it, all 3 of them will probably play the same amount of the game. So they're all still battling to see what happens, and we still got 3 days of practice left. So there's nothing set in stone yet.
Have you made a decision on which quarterback's going to go first and how it's spread out quickly?
I'm still waiting to decide that. Yep. They're going to play the same, whether it's quarter by quarter or series by series. We haven't decided that yet. And how we start out will probably be a big part of how we do the opening script.
Penn State's got a really good pass rush. How important do you think it'll be to get the ball out as quick as possible to the receivers?
Yeah, you got to get it out quick, but you also got to, try to make some big plays. So, 99 comes off that edge. He's a really good pass rusher, and actually 18 wasn't a starter last year, but played a decent amount, and he's real fast off the other edge, and then 2 great big guys inside that push the pocket. So that'll be definitely something that'll be important that we got to do a good job of protecting.
This kind of sounds like your lineup.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. Some fast guys off the edge and big guys up the middle. Yep, so it does sound similar, yeah.
Does the way they line up schematically compare to anyone you've seen in the last few years here?
On offense or defense?
I guess defense.
Defense, they do a lot of different things. Schematically, I don't know if it'd be necessarily anybody exactly that we've played, but they change up their coverages quite a bit. They're going to pressure you. They got some definite pressures that they like to bring. I'm not so sure if it's exactly somebody.
I know they have kind of a new quarterback, so I guess the philosophy of ground and pound applies more than ever here. What would you say that's
for them?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if that'll be the case. I think they'll still throw. I think they'll still throw it and run it. I think they'll find out, and I'm sure they're going into the game saying it'll be a good game to see how he can do. And I think they'll do both. I think they'll definitely run the ball. I don't know if he's not the runner that their last quarterback was, so they'll definitely use him as a passer quite a bit, I'm sure.
Not many people are thinking you guys have a shot at winning this game, but is mentally, is there a kind of, hey, if we only lose by like 10 points, that's a win?
No, you never talk like that. No, I think the very first goal is every single guy wants to go out there and play the very best they can play. Every guy wants to go out there and be disciplined and do everything exactly assignment-wise, have their eyes the right place, take the right first step, play with great effort, play with toughness. And if everyone does that, then you always have a chance. And I think that's how you go into the game. Just one play at a time, as hard as you can play, doing the right technique, being disciplined, playing football the way it's supposed to be played. So I think that's definitely how you go into the game.
Have you done anything at practice to try to prepare for that crowd noise?
Yeah, we had noise out there the other day. We'll have noise out there the rest of the year. It's a giant stadium, but it's not as loud as some stadiums because it kind of goes away from the field. So a couple of times that I played there, that I coached there as an assistant coach. So you always prepare for that, and it's always going to be loud, but hopefully we'll be prepared. We'll find out.
Is everybody you're counting on healthy?
Pretty much, yeah. Still got 3 days of practice. You never know. Things happen, but we're going into it fairly healthy, yeah. So we look forward to that for sure.
You all are traveling a pretty far ways away. How do you prepare for that?
That's something we should be prepared for. We've done that a lot. We've traveled across the country many a time, so that's something I think we have a good routine. We've done it many a time, so I think we'll do that. That we'll do a good job of.
There's some kind of anecdote or story you bring up to kind of subside nervousness, as expected?
I think the young guys are going to be nervous. Everybody, hopefully it's more of excited than nervous. Just excited to go out there and play and go out, and it's the first game of the year. Been banging against each other all through spring ball, all through fall camp. Get to go against someone else, get to play in an awesome atmosphere, a great stadium, all kinds of tradition. So let's be excited. Let's be excited. No matter what, they're going to be a little bit nervous. I think being nervous isn't a bad thing. That means you're prepared. That means you're ready to go. So I think the key is, we always talk about our 4 C's all the time, and as long as you can live by that, then you're gonna be concentrating and do what you're supposed to do.
What are the 4 C's?
The first one's commitment. No, it's not necessarily that. It's a different one, but the first one's commitment. You put everything into it. You prepare. You get ready for practice. You do everything you can commitment-wise. Then you should have confidence. If you have confidence, then confidence is what builds composure. And then if you have composure, all you got to do when it's one play at a time is concentrate. And that's the best way to have poise. But it all starts with commitment. I think our guys have been very committed and worked very hard, so they should go into the game confident.
Is it possible to quantify what kind of an advantage you have having a punter like Cage, somebody who can make them with a new offense play on a long field?
That's always big. That's something big, and that's one of our big goals this year in every single game is win the field position. Like the other day, those first 2 games were on TV last weekend. I think Florida won it by +6, and I think Hawaii won it by +5. And a lot of times, if you're 5 or better, you usually win the game. And that was even they had quite a few turnovers. But I think if you can win that field position battle and having the great punter that we have, that's something big.
Any major changes schematically for you guys trying to adapt to what they're doing?
We're going to do everything totally different than we did. Any film they watch, they shouldn't have watched it. It's a whole new offense and defense.
I guess on that confidence, do you see some of the older guys who maybe had played at Florida last year? Do you see that?
Yeah, that should help. That definitely should help. One thing I told them too, let's not go in there all starstruck and wanting their autograph and wanting their wristbands. Let's go in there and play a game, and let's get after it and be fired up and go compete to win.
Mark, anything on the phone?
No.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Coach, you mentioned being at Penn State a couple of times in your career. What were those experiences and what were they like? How did they get you ready for going back as a head coach?
I went there. I was at the University of Illinois 2 years as the offensive coordinator, and the first year we went there, we beat them pretty good. Actually, that was the only time Illinois beat Penn State at their stadium. It was a great game. Our running back played really well. Offensively, we played very well. So that was it was a wives trip. So all the wives were happy. That was a great experience. And then we went back there again the very next year. Actually, it was the last game Coach Petrino ever coached, and we lost right at the last second. We got a couple of touchdowns called back. We missed a field goal to win the game. So if you watch the movie on Coach Petrino, it starts with them throwing snowballs at the kicker at Illinois. So I was there at that game. And, those are the 2 times I was there. When I was at the University of Illinois, I was there one other time when I was at University of Southern Miss. We went up there and played up there, and it was a real hard-fought game. And they beat us. So as an assistant, I was 1-1 there and lost 2.
Is there anything unique about that stadium from the field perspective, from your guys' perspective?
Just how big it is and how many people are there, and it's packed. I was there 3 times. It was packed all 3 times. So I mean, there's people, and it's a really cool atmosphere. But like the one time we won, it was our wives trip, and the fans were nice to them. Said, "Hey, you guys played a great game." Where we'd just come from the SEC, that never would have happened. So that was kind of something that stuck in your head, and they just had really, really great people that come and watch the game.
But there's no goofy wins or odd or high totals or anything?
Not necessarily. The second year we played there, Illinois, it snowed a ton in the second half. But other than that, all the Big Ten games, the wind's crazy a lot of times. But Penn State's probably the least. But you playing all the games there, like a lot of people in that league don't have to cover the field comeback, because not many people can make that throw because the wind's blowing so hard.
Obviously, new coaching staff and everything since you coached against Penn State, but is there any experience that you can use from your days coaching against them that you can use now?
I don't know. It's a whole new staff, new scheme, but I just think it's, at least I've been there, I've been in the locker room, been on the field, but they have a nice visitors locker room, so you don't have to worry about that. But some places that helps you when you know how things are going to be, but not necessarily, I don't think so.